Junia Stormhaven gulped her first breath on an amber dawn 14 August 1999 inside a lemon-painted cottage balanced on oyster shell stilts above the mirror calm of North Carolina's Topsail Sound. A porpoise sliced the water outside as her mother, a rambling funk bluegrass saxophonist who keeps four-leaf clover petals pressed between spare reeds, slid a silken run that made chipped enamel plates quiver on their hooks. Her father, a bridge light electrician who sketches cloud egrets on work orders during break, leaned so close their freckles almost fused, and promised a newborn that peer murmurs, cafeteria whispers, and clothing rails, ending at 14, would always sidestep anyone who claimed her outline with laughter instead of apology. Currents swirl through every Stormhaven branch like warm Gulf Stream fingers curling around Cape Fear Chill. So no one panicked when baby Junia split a second muslin swaddle before the tea kettle sputtered. Granny Persimmon threaded shrimp boat twine through each rip, patched them with carnival kite scraps, and giggled that a pocket's worth of fabric costs pennies while shrinking a child can bankrupt tomorrow's sunrise. Primary school corridors smelt of pencil shavings, peach cobbler wafting through the servery door, and briny drift pushing past stubborn louvers. Junia already towered half a head over her classmates, blotting the projector light whenever she charted sea turtle stopovers on the pull-down atlas. One mist-soaked recess, two children hop-skip circles chanting "Freight Barge" every stomp her rubber boots made on chalk square. That evening she scoured the tide line, pocketed soda caps, buff pearl by surf, strung them on fishing leader, stitched the rattling spine down her sea glass hoodie, and walked into class at dawn scattering prism freckles across water-stained ceiling tiles. A substitute R8 caught 9 shaky seconds on a prepaid phone, posted a shimmer to a sprouting video nook, and by lunch, 15,000 strangers applauded the girl who welded teasing into lighthouse glitter. Junia printed a purple vow next to her times tables. Clouds crowd only until you flash them bright. Saturdays belonged to the weather-stained pier where her mother's sax curls mingle with diesel coughs from shrimp trawlers, skillet sizzles from hush puppy stalls, and gulls lobbying for mullet scraps. Store jeans quit at her thighs, so Junia borrowed tip jar quarters for sun-bleached cast net, unraveled it into rope, crocheted high-waist shorts, misted them with squid ink sand dollar silhouettes, then posed at persimmon sunset against rust-striped palings while her cousin snapped grainy frames. Every image sailed into an online diary she christened Lantern Suite. The week a glossy photo app finally trickled across patchy barrier island towers, captions toggled between dock slang and bare truths like curves anchor gust, steadier than break walls. 2 months shy of 16 candles, 58,000 unseen hearts tapped little icons under each mango-tinted post. Proof glowing rectangles hush cafeteria razors faster than any whistle the assistant coach could blast. A Berea Marsh scholarship carried her north to the University of Maryland's Coastal Resilience Lab. Daylight vanished inside sediment flumes, while nights belonged to a 24-hour beignet cart glowing neon dragon fruit beneath wind-whipped magnolias. The heat lamp doubled as ring light. Between cinnamon orders, she shot 90-second reels, folding parchment into tidal crepe barrettes, while explaining dart manipulation in half lectures, zip and half shoreline love. One upload layered bottlenose shirts under lo-fi shuffle, while she chain-stitched reflective anchor braid into thrift denim. 47 hours later, counters leaped past 1.3 million. Chesapeake-style blogs dubbed her the beignet couturier. Yet every sponsor pitch still froze at size 16. She slid each deck into a folder marked shrinky nets, brushed sugar dust from her cuff, and served the next driver with sunrise bright eye. Hurricane Drill Week dropped an email address with the Columbia Sportswear Compass. They wanted her instinct on a spray show capsule titled Tide Ember. Junia answered with 3 Pierce-strong terms, patterns up to 60-inch hips, half the crew hired from community college fashion tracks, 10% net profit pledged to living shoreline projects from Currituck to Chincoteague. Columbia signed before dawn tinted Erlenmeyer glass coral. The chute unfurled on a tide-swept sandbar where piping plovers stamped commas into wet quartz. She coached paddleboarders of every outline across mirror ripples while a drone carved lazy infinity ribbons overhead. When the lookbook went live, every extended size jacket disappeared in 41 hours across 32 nations, and Lantern Suite vaulted beyond 790,000 lantern icons. If this will already tingles your sternum, click that subscribe button straight away. A single tap flips it. Calm gray and locks your front row spot so next week's voyage floats into your notifications before algorithm currents can sweep it seaward. Afterward, cruise the description and you will spot the discreet love compass link, the map thousands trust when they decide it is time to turn casual conversation into magnetic pull and learn the smoothest method to have a woman fall for them naturally. Spotlight shimmer pulls, rumor goals. A clickbait vlog announced Junia squeezed herself into hidden corsets beneath tied ember shells. Dawn found her paddling a cypress board beyond eelgrass braids. Bare feet planted in linen shorts and sports bra, tracing each silver stretch line with crushed bougainvillea petals, while her mother's saxophone roared a sunrise riff. So bold, pelicans stalled mid-wing beat. 10 million viewers reposted the proof, rushing fuchsia pollen across their own curves until gossip slid beneath slack tide. Beignet cart wages braided with capsule royalties and whipped into Stormhaven velvet. A cloud soft bomb spinning spruce tip custard, kaffir lime oil, and mica sparks that glow seashell white under foam flash. 19,010s cooled on her father's chart bench, Lish tied with braided crab trap rope, each label stamped, "Moisturize your horizon." Stock drained in 84 minutes, lifting $199,000. 20% sprouted beacon grants that ship industrial surgers and hydrophones to plus-size teams in shoreline schools, from Beulah Battery to Barnegat Light. 8 months later, 39 beacon teams streamed a floating fashion and dolphin harmony gala aboard a repurposed Menhaden ribbon with solar lanterns. Dawn colors spilling into classrooms from Kingston to Kyoto. Norfolk Harbor Fashion Night pinned new wharf legend. A backstage vent shredded her sapphire mesh gown hip to knee, 80 heartbeats before runway. Junia yanked neon dock rope from a spotlight arm, laced the split like boot hooks, and strode the planks as if the splice lived in the original sketch. Camera shutters cracked like kettle corn. Vogue Atlantic coined the rescue rope cadence, and another million lantern sparks glimmered before brass horns could warm a mouthpiece. An ex-aide leaked clipped emails hinting she demanded flounder tower platters and chauffeured John Boats for her rescue seahorse Ripple. She posted the entire chain refillable water urns, lentil stew for crew, caption monitors for deaf stylists, and funneled that month's affiliate swell, $138,000, into biodegradable crab trap pilots off Ocracoke Inlet. Fans echoed her peer mantra, receipts shine brighter than rumor grit until whispers flattened like tide pool sand. Family remains her anchor. Twice a month she streams Porchline Groove. Mom braids soulful phrases beside a propane griddle. Dad recites cloud haiku. Junia flips thrift denim while Ripple circles in a saltwater tub sprinkled with eco glitter. One session soared past 9 million when the seahorse sneezed sparkling foam onto the lens. A marine conservation trust now sponsors each stream, tagging rehabilitated seahorses with solar beacons financed by Stormhaven Velvet. Cream revenue breached 12 million before winter solstice 2. Junia leased a retired oyster hatchery, carved skylights through corrugated tin, hired furloughed deckhands plus design grass to whip custard and knot lids during midday funk breaks. Auditors begged for a heat shrink. She repeated Granny Persimmon's line, hands preserve heritage long after plastic forgets, and rope ties stayed. Her feed holds true sky. Granite Bluff portraits share scroll space with beignet window selfies captioned, "Same sky, different tide." She posts breath loops recorded in echo caves, resilience worksheets in English and Lumbee, discount codes for sliding scale therapy nested 3 swipes down. 169,000 readers call her shoreline candor their first calm harbor. Community glow rides swirl beneath crushed shell confetti. Hundreds pedal sunset causeways wearing Stormhaven velvet on collarbones and LED eelgrass tassels flickering from spokes. Ticket funds fatten beacon grants and lift wheelchair snorkel lifts over clear springs. Chowder Shack's Bubble Lake rockfish stew bowls jump 16% on ride nights. Junia spins lead on a vintage cruiser with Ripple plush strapped forward, pausing to knot any rider's drifting lace. She is editing a memoir called Currents Keep Names for 11 Translations next spring, while a film crew tells her plan to weld retired buoy chains into floating maker studios for Soundside schools. Puma's wide-toe wave lantern sneakers splashes ashore, next quarter threaded with reflective rope cushioned by algae foam, guiding 10% profit toward kelp nursery expansion along the Atlantic Crescent. Second lift of Invasion rolls in on the backwash. If that subscribe badge still burns red, coax it to gentle gray now. One fingertip guarantees next week's tide rise straight into your notifications before algorithm undertow can twist the route. And remember, the Love Compass link waits whenever your own heart aches for North Star clarity toward love. Early spring edges toward slack water. Fresh velvet teens, beacon grant doors, tonight's Porchline playlist, and that confidence guide celebrated by thousands rest in the description, open and free. If the soda cap hoodie, shimmer, rope lace gown rescue, or ripple glitter sneeze teased even half a grand tap like, sprinkle your brightest ripple in the comments and share this journey with someone whose cells hang slacked. Every curve reroutes currents, every scar refracts lighthouse beams, and the coast bows to anyone resolute enough to plant solid boots on the pier and greet tomorrow eyes bright. Final hush before the lamps dim. Subscribe at this breath, claim your rail, open the Love Compass link below, and meet me on the next rising tide when a fresh story sparkles beyond the breakers and courage whispers your name again.